Welcome back, guys. It is Saturday, November 1st. Holy crap. The whole year has flown by a bit too quickly. But this is the post-Halloween show, my friends. And we're going to be hanging out here for a little while, doing some sketching. We had some precognitive ideas leading up to the show today. We were launching our 30-year loot box yesterday, and speaking to some of our good friends, and Chet has had some good ideas about putting our girls in different Halloween themed, different horror themed situations, representing different franchises. So far I've got Evil Nira here as Elvira. So that's as far as we've gotten with this piece so far, and we're going to add the other Cyber Angels as different characters. I think, and I was trying to remember. I think he mentioned, or maybe Kevin mentioned. Maybe Ken mentioned it. One of our characters as a Freddy Krueger type character. I think that would be fun. We have to figure out who that's going to be. But let's see. Let me leave this up here for a second, and make sure I got all the buttons where they're supposed to be, and hop in the chat so I can say hi to everybody. Appreciate you guys spending your Saturday night hanging out with all of us. Have some fun. Have some sketches. Come up with some ideas. Let's see here. Mystery box. Kevin, what's up, dude? Kevin says, hey there, hi there, ho there. Ho where? Ken saying, evening, gents. Good evening, gentlemen. Courtney, what's up? Who you calling ho? You guys are awesome. Kevin says, is Bill trying to depress us with this music? All right, I could switch it. I have the power to use other generic music. Let me see. We'll do this. There we go. Oh, post Halloween, edgier rock and roll. I'm on the street music. I'll get a better selection of music at some point. This is what comes with the box. Kevin says the hoe out of the garden. Is that's my new rap album. Maurice, what's up, dude? Maurice saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Kevin says, Elvira. Let's see. Kevin says we can't hear you. Is this the truth? Because I can hear me. The mic is not muted. The lights are on. Unless you want me to turn the music down. Can you hear me now? When I get to the bottom of the chat, I hope I don't read something that says, oh, yeah, we can hear you now. Christopher Bouchard, hello, my friend. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Ken says, went with ENX, huh? Yeah, I was back and forth about it. But the attitude Elvira has, the black hair, the black outfit, it kept on agreeing with me that it needed to be ENX. It needed to be Evil Nira, man. Paul, what's up, dude? Paul says, you cheated on his bill. Got ideas from other chats. But it was from our regular crew, though, man. It's from our chat family, as it were, our chat brethren. Ken says Freddy was Chet. Oh, I had the idea for Dia de los Muertos. Yes, that's right. Let me write that down real quick. We're gonna figure out who's gonna have the Dia de los Muertos. We're gonna find out who's gonna be dressed up as that. Maybe that'll be maybe Mercy will be dressed up as that. Not really sure. We're gonna figure this out as we go. We're gonna figure this out together. Ken says the makeup anyway. Right. Absolutely. Kevin says, damn it, now I hear the Oak Ridge Boys. Elvira. Some person, what's up, dude? Saying hello to all. Thank you for hanging out with us, dude. That's awesome. Ken says, Bill, you need to create some tuba music for us. I know. Dude, when I have a tuba, you will know that all of my bills have been paid because a tuba is an extra $7,000 for me to pick up a tuba. Actually, I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple inexpensive tubas for like maybe $2,000, maybe $3,000. So if I start playing some tuba for you guys, just know that things are going well. Things are going good. Extra good. Kevin says, I mean, the intro music was depressing. Oh, the intro. Oh, that was just for Waffle. That was Waffle's movie trailer. I was just doing that as a joke. Yeah, it's one of my jokes. Yeah, the little intro thing was just, that's just Waffle's little pretend movie. Vida Arte, what's up, my friend? Buenas noches, mi amigo. Glad you're hanging out with us, dude. That's awesome. And Ken says we can hear you. I hope so. Everything is on. It's like if something's not working right, and I'm just going to turn everything off. I don't know what's going on. Too many buttons. I'm trying to draw pictures here. All right, Kevin says, as for sound, you're a bit low. I just had to turn things up loud on mine. All right, just so you guys know, I'm going to turn up my mic just a little bit. Just so you guys, the volume on your end is... Because sometimes the mic... Yeah, I turned it up just a little bit. We'll see if that helps a little bit. Make me a little bit more articulate upon my speech before I turn it up to way too loud. All right, so hopefully you guys can have your sound equalized now, so my voice isn't booming across everything. Some person. Is that a drawing of Elvira? Yes, this is Evil Nira as Elvira. Actually, you know what? Turning up my mic did help. Because I had to turn down my my other thing over here, my monitor. All right, cool. Murray says, when I see that picture of Elvira, I think of the Crazy Elephant song. Kevin says, no, he didn't get that idea from Chet. He got it from Chet himself. It's true. Some person says bigger boobs. If Elvira was here, she'd demand it. This is true. Yeah, I think we might actually make those a little bit bigger. This is the post-Hollywood. We're trying to get an Elvira vibe here for Evil Nira. So just a little bit bigger for posterity's sake. I said posterity. All right, so we're going to have a little bit... Because you're right, Elvira would actually be a little bit upset, wouldn't she? It's like, how dare you? All right, make sure that we've got the correct size for the correct character. Excellent. Boobs is a science. It's been perfected over millennia. So you can't disrespect the boobs. All right, let me find out where I'm at here. Catch up with you guys. Some person says November 1st, the day the candy hangovers. No doubt, dude. Kevin says I agree with some person. Yes, totally. Christopher says, how about a hot Pocahontas artwork? That could be a second piece, maybe. I'm gonna write it down just in case. This it might be good because this could be our post Halloween piece, and then maybe the next piece might be maybe it's a sexy Pocahontas. We'll see. I don't think we've drawn. I don't know that we've drawn Pocahontas on the show before, so it might be good to kind of stretch out a little bit. Nathan, what's up, dude? Like I hear it just fine. Okay, very cool. Making sure I'm audible for everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. Awesome. Glad you're here, dude. Ken says, I feel like ENX Elvira would have a belly ring. I can echo those feelings. That spoke to me. I have a little ring. I don't know if I'm going to have something hanging off of the belly ring. I think just a little ring like that. Give a little bit of attitude for her. There you go, a little bit of belly button. There we go. Now we're talking. Some person says it just realized it's daylight savings time soon. Oh, crap. All this stuff, dude. Chet, what's up, man? Chet says, need the knife and belt on the waist. Oh, you know what? I do see this. I see this. Yes, this is true. That's part of her thing. That is part of her thing. Let me get a good little... there you go. There, I found myself a nice reference for that. Oh, crap, it just went away. Where's my reference? There we go. All right, let's see about this little the little knife that she carries here. You're right. That's part of the signature. That's part of her signature look. So. Good call. Good call. Looking at my little reference here. I'll have her belt just a little bit thinner than usual, and we'll have it kind of like hanging low a little bit. Hanging a little bit low on the waist. Cool. Good detail. Good detail. I like that. Excellent. Very cool. All right, Ken says, let's see, make those any bigger. You'd have to change her to Malka. Kevin says bigger. For posterior's sake? Does that mean we're getting a butt shot as well? Chris Dehan, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Saying hello to everybody. Kevin says, Ken, would love to see the comparison. Yes. Some person says, maybe a fight in a giant pie. You may have done this already. I have drawn the giant pie theme before. We did some Olivia Munn sketches at some point in the past that I can remember, and those are fun. Remember when Olivia Munn was dressed up as the sexy maid, and they had her jump in the pie. Classic. Maurice saying hello, very, very cool. Kevin says attitude. Nice. Kevin is saying fishnets too. That's a good possibility. I always picture her just with the the dark stockings, but not necessarily with fishnets. Maybe I'll hold up on the fishnets. We'll see if we get some votes on the fishnets. See if we get some more votes to put some fishnets on our Elvira. Some thigh-high ones, or ones that go all the way up. Because I sort of picture just like like the dark stockings that are like just dark and sheer. But we'll see. We'll see if there's some more votes for that. Nathan says, doing well, agree with the knife and belt. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's totally on character for her. That's on point. Chet made a good suggestion. Some person says maybe a big ring from her movie. Possibility. Now remember, I got to leave some space around, so we're going to add some other Cyber Angel characters dressed up as other horror characters. Turbo Harley, what's up? I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Awesome. Hello, right back to you, my friend. Some person saying, okay then, a fight in a giant pile of stuffing. Cranberry sauce everywhere. See, Kevin says, I'm getting a Blazing Saddles vibe here. Everyone get your pies for the big pie fight. Ken says bare leg works better for Elvira. I was back and forth about it. Courtney says food fight. Maurice says, I think I'm hearing Alice Cooper's She's My Frankenstein. Some person says, yes, with giant foods. Some person says someone drowning in gravy. This is going to be this is like a pre-Thanksgiving fight. Chet says stockings. Don't overeat her fishnets. Don't overdo the fishnets. Okay. Now we'll keep her smooth. Kevin says other horror characters. Oh. Chet says okay. Rated. Don't overeat your fishnets. Rated. Rated is just one word. I don't know what you said, dude. Courtney says, all little tinies. Oh, the little tinies be having a food fight. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Nathan says Elvira usually has makeup on the cheeks for highlighting. Oh, this is true. When we get to the colors, I'm going to make sure that we do that. We kind of hook that up. So for anybody else who's actually here for the first time, this is what we do on Saturdays typically when we can all show up and my Wi-Fi is actually working and I'm not out of town for some reason. We get together about 10 o'clock every Saturday, Standard Eastern Time. We all come up with a sketch together. We kind of throw a bunch of ideas out, see what sticks. And then when the show is over at midnight, we auction off the sketch to one lucky winner. Sometimes we have one sketch, sometimes we have a couple. And the sketch, whoever wins the sketch, I am going to ink and complete the sketch after the show. So that way what you're receiving in the mail is actually the finished artwork and not just a pencil sketch. So that's what we're shooting for today. We're going to do this loose pencil sketch, have everything set where it's supposed to go. And then afterwards we'll ink it up all tight. And then after that, there's a long line for pieces to get colored and put up on my Patreon page. And then we'll put it up on the Patreon page. And then we'll share the links for all those places and things as we go along. I'll keep on concentrating. Let me catch up with the chat with you guys, and then we're going to continue concentrating on the sketch first. And then we'll throw up some links and stuff a little bit later, so that way you guys know where everything is. Let's see. Maury says LP chilling back in a gravy boat like it was a hot tub. Horror. Some person gets an extra point for that one. That's a good. Ken says, can't see your messages, Chet. You through Facebook? Yeah, if anybody is commenting from one of our Facebook pages, it does sync a whole lot better if you kind of trek over to our YouTube channel and jump in the live chat on the YouTube channel, especially if you might be bidding on some of the artwork later. Sometimes Facebook leaves post out, or sometimes it doesn't sync quite right, but I keep on broadcasting to Facebook because it's easier for people to find us if they just happen to be scrolling and looking at other Facebook stuff. So if you are commenting from Facebook, please, we invite you to come over to the YouTube channel, hop in the show, and make sure you click on, I think above the chat there's a button up there that says live chat. Like it says top chat, and then it says live chat, and you can click on live chat, so that way you're synced up as good as possible with everybody else. That'll be cool. Don't want to miss out on anything that people are posting. Kevin says he is. Yeah. Come on over, Chet. Come over here to the YouTubes. Some person says, I meant the ring that goes on a finger. Let me look at my little reference here. Yeah, I see her ring. Well, it's a little bit. I see the ring that goes on her first finger over here. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch that in, so that way I know that her ring is there. That way she's got her cool accessories. Stay on character a little bit. Granted, we're mixing and matching and mashing together characters, so it's all good. Kevin says, "Oh, not a ring that goes somewhere lower. Chet says, "Yeah, not at home, Ken." Okay, yeah, no problem. It's we're gonna keep seeing you. You keep on posting. We'll keep on seeing you. All right. Some person says, "I figure Bill thought I meant a magic circle on the ground." Any ring will do, really. Got you, dude. Christy Ann says, Facebook does lag for bidding. Yeah, it does. It does. And even on YouTube, I mean, there's still that little bit of lag that you can't get rid of. That's why I always do the after the bidding goes for 5 minutes. I always do the 10-second countdown at the end. I always do it in the chat. I type it in the chat, so that way, hopefully, that takes care of the lag a little bit when it comes to like when you're hearing my voice and compared to when I'm typing. Kevin says, "Join us. Be one of us." Christiane says, "Facebook is better at notifying me, I think." Yeah, that's one of the reasons I do my best to post out to there, or to at least post the link back over here, so that way people can see the notification. Some person says, from her movie, Mistress of the Dark. Kevin says, "I get 4 different notifications, so I'm sure I know when Bill is on. Most of the time." Chet says he's not worried tonight. We're good. We're good. All right. Well, we're looking at a second character, but I didn't know okay. Freddy and a Dia de los Muertos themed character were the 2 other ideas that were being floated about. So we have a Freddy and we got a Dia de los Muertos. The thing is, which cyber angel is going to be the Freddy, and which cyber angel might be the Dia de los Muertos? I'll give you just a second. Maybe somebody has a suggestion. And then we will jump into it and see what we got going on. Let's see here. Some person says she had a dog. Would Waffle look good with a mohawk? You know what? Just for the excuse of drawing Waffle. Just for the excuse of drawing him here. Let me turn this camera down just a little bit. There we go. That way you can see. Now I have to draw Waffle with a mohawk. I'll draw him with a little Waffle mohawk. And I'll get his big fluffy ears on the side. I like the idea that Waffle made it into this piece. I'm down here hanging onto her leg, hanging onto her dress down here. I'll tighten him up a bit more once we get to the ink part of it. Cool. I mean, let me leave that there for a little bit. Yeah, Waffle snuck his way in here. Okay. Ooh, let me scroll up. See what we got here. Night Phoenix Press, what's up? Glad you're hanging out with us, man. Awesome. Let's see. I heard this was going down tonight. Oh, thanks, some person. Yeah, there's like what, a week, a little bit less than a week, for you to be able to back Cat Mouse the famous cat mouse. She's got her very first creator-owned series. This is issue 1. It's actually kind of like soft rebooting Entity Comics as an imprint. But she has got Magitans #1, The Dragon Thief, on Kickstarter right now. And so this is the Kickstarter link. It's right there in the chat. Thank you, some person, for sharing that. And yeah, if everybody can jump over there and support Kat, even if you just get the $5 PDF, it's $5. You know, so you can give her some support. If you want to grab the issue, all the issues are going to be signed and remarked by her. And I think she has one other tier where one randomly selected piece of original art from the inside of the book will be part of that tier. So you get the book, it's signed, remarking, you get an original page. So it's a good little campaign. I hope you guys check it out. Night Phoenix says, love Elvira. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Chet says, Mercy and allies. Allura, of course. They're all allies. Mercy and Allura, absolutely. So we're gonna figure out which one is gonna be which, and that'll be fun. I think Allura as Freddy Krueger, maybe. I think that might be where we're headed. That's what kind of agrees with me a little bit. Kevin says, are we sure it's not a ring from Spaceballs? One filled with the Schwartz. It could be. I can make it like a little bit bigger. It'll be the Schwartz. Some person says, don't be afraid to give an idea. It may or may not be put in. It's all done for fun. Absolutely. Yeah, this is our excuse to hang out and just toss out some ideas and some jokes. It's all good, dude. We're all here to have a good time. Maury says, need Freddy Krueger with Elvira. Robert E., the actor of Freddy, got his star on the Walk of Fame. Oh, that's right. I saw that, dude. I saw it on Facebook yesterday. That he got his on the Walk of Fame. He got his star. That's very, very cool. We'll honor him. We're gonna make Allura the Freddy Krueger of this piece. You know what? I'm gonna get. Let me get a little bit of reference up for myself. That way, you can't get his sweater wrong. But it's nice to have some inspiration right there. Excellent. All right. Just snap a couple pictures real quick and then get into this. We'll leave some room for Mercy and the Dia de los Muertos over here, and then maybe we'll have. I think we'll have Freddy over here. Just kind of seeing where I'm going to put her hand and stuff, because like it's her right hand that holds the glove. We're mixing characters together. It doesn't have to be her right hand. It can be both hands. You can have 2 gloves. Freddy would be extra happy. All right. Let's start with Allura over here. She's going to be our resident Freddy Krueger. And she has those dark eyes, so that'll give her a little bit more of an evil look for what we're shooting for here. Let me get a nice expression on her face here, and then I'll jump back into the chat and make sure I try not to fall too far behind. We'll give her a mad look on her face. Yeah, Allura, the sclera, I always pronounce that wrong. The sclera of her eyes, they're black, like Gambit from the X-Men. She's got black whites of the eyes. once I get her. And it'd be cool to put the hat on her, so that'd be cool. Make sure I get that little shape on there just right. I'm not going to make her face all melted, but I might put some. Maybe I'll put some pizza dripping down her face. We'll see what feels right. Make sure my little reference doesn't go away on me. All right, this is starting to come together here. Let's see. All right, let me jump in the chat real quick. Starting to get, so I got to draw her hair coming out of the hat and all that good stuff. So we're gonna keep on making our way. She's definitely gonna fill out that sweater, I think. Ken says Spaceballs, the Elvira crossover. Let's see. Chet says Allura as Freddy, she'd be the better aggressor. We're on the same wavelength, dude. Cool. Some person says 5 days left for Kat's campaign. Yeah, please support her. Definitely want to see her first book do well. This will be the only first printing of that first issue. Is what comes through on the Kickstarter and what she may overprint from the campaign. So everything past that is just going to be the unlimited print run. And I really want to see that book do well. It's a really cute book. You know, if you got some friends, you got some kids, whatever, family, it's a good all audience, really cute, adorable kind of little kittens that are sisters, and they travel in this magical land that she's building. And there's dragons and magical adventures and stuff like that. It's really adorable, all audiences. So if you can support her Kickstarter, that would be dope. Ken said zombie waffle. It could happen. Chet says Celeste as Michael. Ooh, I'm gonna write that down. Celeste as Michael. That could be a thing. I wrote that down just in case. We may spend the whole night building this one. We're going to see how long this drawing takes. I know we want to make this one more of a banger since it's our post Halloween special. And Mercy as Jason. I'm going to write that down too, just in case. Now, I do want to put, after we finish the Jason character, after we finish Freddy, we want to do a Dia de los Muertos character. So we still got to figure out who's going to be wearing the Day of the Dead makeup. Some person says it took it looks like it got 5 more backers. It's up to 46. Yeah, she got some more backers today. She's been working a convention this weekend. She's working NecoCon. It's an anime convention in Hampton, Virginia. And she's got one more day of that show. It's a 3-day show. So, I was super happy. She got a couple more backers from the show, more people supporting from the show. She's doing fantastic at the show. She's blowing up at the show. It's so cool. I'm getting reports. Maurice says Bill's work Courtesy of Waffle Studios. Night Phoenix says, Entity Soft Reboot. Can we get a Fem 5? You know what? I do have to let you know something about Entity. Entity Comics always published everybody's creator-owned titles. So Entity Comics, we actually own Entity Comics now in the current era. But when we were self-publishing and doing Entity Comics all through the 90s, all of those different titles are still owned by their individual creators. So we were kind of like the smaller version of Image Comics, I would say, you know, whereas we're publishing everybody's creator-owned titles and they own their titles. You know, we were just together under one roof. So unfortunately, I don't own Fem 5, so it's all up to the Fem 5 guys if they want to make any more. But I remember that title. We colored a bunch of their stuff. It was cool. I mean, it's like it'd be cool if we can have more. Ken says, "Can you have a Smash Scribe Chucky?" Oh my god! If we make time for this, let me see. I'm gonna write it down because this is good. I don't want to. This piece might be a banging piece. I always try to do every piece good, obviously, but we're going to be trying to fit like 10 pieces into this one piece. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. Oh yeah. Can you have a small scribe being a Chucky? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Courtney says scribe as Pinhead. Oh, I kind of like that more. Courtney is competing with you. I like Scribe as Pinhead a little bit more, especially with his bald head. He's perfect. I don't know. Courtney might win this battle. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because since Scribe is going to be smaller, I feel like I have to do this part first. All right, we got to stop for a minute on Allura because we're gonna have some kind of scribe here. We're gonna do a scribe. We're gonna do a scribe Pinhead. That's what we're gonna do. Because right when you say it, it's like I could see it. So it's like. It's one of those things where, okay, all right, if I have to work out what the image is going to be, then it's like, okay, we could take a few minutes. But if you say something and I can just immediately see it, it's like, damn it. Now I really got to get that out of my head and onto the paper before it goes away. So Scribe is like, no, I need to be seen now. I'm so glad that Scribe has a second lease on life. Because it's truly thanks to Ken and Courtney that Scribe is in the stories again, and he's actually like a big part of the story now. It's like I can't not have him in the story because now he's one of the mechanisms story-wise that I need in order to get some of the story beats out that I want to get out. Something real quick. It's a real quickie. There we go. That's all I wanted. Excellent. Describe how we make you suffer, my good little friend. All right, I'm going to have his hand here. I hope you guys like the fact that I've got the Pandora's box here. I got the, but I can't help myself. Yes, it's a Rubik's cube. Okay, now we can get back to Allura. I got the idea out of my head now. Now I know where it's at. It's all good. Thank you, Courtney. Kevin says, "Isn't he already a bit of a pinhead?" Chet says, "Claws on Elvira's shoulder, whispering in her ear." Oh, I like it. I like it. Yeah. Because the glove is typically in Freddy's right hand, so she could be reaching out behind her and have the claw. Let's have that glove come up on her shoulder. Cool idea, dude. I like that. Yep. And where the position of her head was, it's kind of like, okay, that actually works out really good. Nice. Laura's boobs are kind of big too. There's a lot of big boobs in here. Kind of squishing her boob up against her arm here. Get some stripes in this sweater. It's not Freddy unless he's got the stripes in his sweater. Frederica. Have her arm going off in this direction a little bit. All right, let me get a couple more little stripes in her sweater. And then I'll jump back over to the chat. Find out what we're doing. You know how Freddy is with that mid-drift sweater. As Freddy does. All right, let me catch up with you guys and see where you guys are at. That was a good idea, chat. Cool, cool, cool. Some person says, Allura, look, I'll be Kruger, but I won't have pizza face. Or I'll ruin all your pizzas. Night Phoenix says, still hoping for a Nira as Claire with Faust's claws. Oh yeah, we gotta put a pin in that, because I really would like to draw Claire. I jot it down for a little bit later and see if we can get there. See if we can get there. Some person says, I'm guessing Kat will tie a bow on each package and have the perfect first campaign. I'm expecting her to do really well. Yeah, I'm expecting her to over deliver and make it a nice little package that gets over to everybody. That'd be cool. TC Mech, let's see, did you just turn Nira X into Elvira? I did. Well, we did. Glad you're hanging out with us, dude. Chet says, was supposed to be a 2-page spread, Bill. But we only have 2 hours to draw it. Some person says, the pins could have stuff caught in them, like cocktail wieners and other weird things. Let's see, Night Phoenix says, be right back. All right, cool. We're going to be here. Be safe wherever you're going. Courtney says, Allura should be accidentally about to sit on Pinhead Scribe. If I could have twisted her torso a little bit more, that might have actually worked. Alas, this is okay. That's just as close as that's gonna get, I think. I can have her arm doing something else because it's right here, and I still have space here to either add a person. But let's see here. The other thing was possibly Mercy as Jason. I don't know if I think anybody can. Well, let me see. Mercy as Jason would be kind of cool. We can give her the hockey mask. We can give her a. It'll be sexy. It'll be cool. She'll have the machete. I think that would work. I like the idea. Let's see. Let me just get one more little piece of reference photo here. I want to make sure I get a good look at the hockey mask. Yeah. All right, make sure I got some lead in that pencil. Kevin says, is Scribe's lease on life month to month? No. I just remember that originally in the original Avatar series, poor Scribe got killed off. It's just that in this new timeline, we have Scribe, and I credit Scribe's life with Ken asking about Scribe, with you and Ken asking about Scribe. Actually, you guys have talked about Scribe and just got me all excited about putting Scribe back in stories again. So we just had to have him, dude. Just had to have him. Plus, he's like our dude. He's like our information dump guy as far as like the world where the Cyber Angels live now. He's the guy you go to for information. Paul, what's up? No feet this time. Are you channeling your inner Rob Liefeld? I ran out of space, man. I don't want to pull a Rob. I'm going to draw somebody upside down on purpose just so I could draw their feet. Kevin says, hey, Paul, that's my line. That's true. Paul says, dang, I thought I was being sassy. He's got his hand on Pandora's box. I hope she doesn't beat him too badly. It's like, yes, you are Paul. Some person says maybe a pizza slice that fell on her cleavage, a callback to the pizza face. That's a good idea. At the well, I kind of feel bad covering up her boobs with a pizza slice. However, maybe off to the side. Maybe off her shoulder. You can have it dripping off of her shoulder. Let's see it drip off her shoulder here. Pizza. I actually had pizza today. That's why pizza is so easy for me to draw. It's because I see it so often. There we go. A little bit of pizza. Kind of like bring that theme home a little bit. Kevin says Daphne and Velma are going to look at this and think that something just doesn't seem right. And I would have gotten away with it too. One for you kids. Christiane says Daphne and Velma team up with Nira. Ooh. Chet says can always extend them hours. It's true. It's true. We could go past the midnight hour if need be. But we shall see. We'll see how much energy I have. See, Chet says Jason could be on the left of Elvira, smacking a blade on her butt. That's a possibility. I kind of like that. Smacking her a little bit. A little smack. I'll figure out how to situate that. Let me read some more, and we'll see how that sticks. Ken says Mercy as Michael meets and she's holding a droopy mask and she has the skull makeup. Oh, see, yeah, you could mix it up a little bit. So we get the Dia de los Muertos in there too. Maurice says the hockey mask but pulled up so it's sitting on top of the head. Yeah, I agree with that totally. And we might put the Day of the Dead makeup on her face. I think that's what Ken was suggesting. Let's see here. There, that right there, so we know what's happening with that there. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I see what you said there with Mike Myers. But having the Jason mask and having the Day of the Dead makeup, I don't know, for some reason that agrees with me a little bit. I like that idea. I don't know how I can have her hold the machete, so she's smacking her a little bit. But we'll figure this out. Kind of like I've got this pumpkin in the way here. Plus, maybe I want to draw her like her butt over here. That way you got a little butt and boobs. All right, I think I have an idea. I think I have it as far as how we can pull this off. Let's see how we can do this. The paper gods shall guide me. I follow the will of the paper to carry out the will of the people. Alright, so what I have here. Always give Mercy always has either an innocent look on her face or a concerned look on her face. ear goes. They're pissed off at me. Bill, you drew my ear in a freaking weird spot. Can't hear nothing. All right, cool. Let's get the sides of her head real quick. I know where we're going with this. We'll pull this smoke back just a little bit. What's coming off this here pumpkin? That way we can get Mercy here. Yeah, we'll give her a little smile. She's being mischievous, why not? That's what I say. Let's see. Actually, I gotta fix that. That's going in a different direction. There you go. As soon as I get this little torso situation. And I will jump back in the chat, see where everybody is, see what you guys think. Got the mask pulled up on the side of her head because she's being all cute about it. Always want to be cute and sexy. Mercy's almost 3 characters in one, because she got the bangs of Vampirella, the mask of Jason, and now she's gonna have a Dia de los Muertos, a Day of the Dead mask going on. There we go. We'll tone down the smoke coming off of the pumpkin here, so we can see what's going on with her. Good old Jason. There we go. It drew her body around that darn pumpkin pretty good. I'll give her some sleeves and stuff. She's got to be holding this machete somewhere. Okay, let me take a little break from that so that way I can kind of figure some structure stuff out. And even after the fact, I might tighten up and fix a couple little things before the inks go down. I always like to tighten things up as I go along. Okay, let me catch up with you guys a little bit before we continue on. Now, see, Kevin says, how will we know it's Mercy? It needs to be cocked off to one side as if she's saying, how the fuck am I supposed to be? I can't breathe with this thing on. Plus, you won't know it's her. You don't see her bangs. You don't see her eyes. Some person says, with super smart villains, you can come up with many ways to bring him back. You only kill this clone. Or one other version, another dimension. That's true. Kevin says, you could tape on an extension to give her feet room. You've done it before. I have proofs. I have proof. This is why this can't be a 3-hour show, is because I start getting tongue-tied an hour and a half. Can't read anymore. Some person says he could draw the feet above her. The reason? Dimensional portal. Always a good reason. I like that reason more than most. Chet says also have cheese drip off of Scribe's head. Oh, that's a good idea because the pizza's right above him. He's like, what the hell? What's up with the cheese? Good idea. Kevin says, hey, why is one of my Pizza the Huts spawn on my shoulder? Kevin says, wrong theme for a portal scene, don't you think? Yeah, we're mixing things up pretty good. Marie says, it's daylight tonight, so you can have an extra hour. Damn it. Maybe a spooky portal. Courtney says, Day of the Dead makeup and holding a taco over her taco? She could be holding a taco over her taco. Who doesn't love a taco? That'll be my justification. All right, so let me mostly put in where some of her Day of the Dead makeup is going to go. I could totally see her. I could see her as a character doing this. That'll be cool. I always like to have Mercy's, if she's wearing leggings or she's wearing stockings, they're always torn up. Got her hand holding the machete here. This little part here, so this makes sense. Okay, now we're good. Her hand's right there on the edge with a glove and a scraggly sleeve. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with this. This is all right. Looking forward to putting some colors on this one. Gotta get this bad boy inked up. There we go. I like waffle like that. Kind of like a Borf? He's got a Borf look on his face. Some person, mercy. Oh, bother. Christy Hen says, nice, Courtney. Some person says, 3 minutes left. Oh, no. I know our 1 hour, right? Ken says, taco over a taco. Boo bid. Like immediately. Some person says, 2 for 1. It works. It's a good deal. Some person says, and Giganta in the back, disguised as 2 planets. That's her costume. That's her cosplay for the evening. Kevin says, a taco over a taco. Is that meta for something? No. It's a good thing. Don't say it's a bad thing. Turn Taco Bell into love language. Let's see. Courtney says, hot Pocahontas on a couch with 5 British explorers behind her. The casting frontier. Christine says taco sauce. Night Phoenix says, back. Wow, that looks really good. Oh, thanks, dude. Glad you're digging it. Awesome. Let's see. Kevin says, if it looks good, Night Phoenix, make sure to bid appropriately. Yes. Will do. Excellent, guys. All right, let me see here. We're going to try to fit in a little bit more. Let's see what was going to happen in this little spot here. We got some space. We got merch. I'm checking off things. We got Frezzy. We got Scribe. Celeste as Michael, I believe, was the other suggestion. So let's see how we can do that. Let me look up a thing real quick. Michael Myers. The old voice to text. I don't know how I can make Celeste wearing a William Shatner mask, wearing a onesie. But we'll figure it out. Let's figure this jank out. The casting frontier. That's exactly what it would be too. Oh my god. You know what? Instead of it being Celeste, it's just the mask. Like with Jason, it's cool. I can have the mask pulled up over her head, but I don't want to do that twice. Just having the mask hanging. So okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna put this over here, and we'll just see how this goes. I'm putting on my brain, trying to get a general look for this mask here. I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to make Celeste into a sexy Michael Myers. Unless I'm just putting her body on his mask, which is something we could still do. I think that's what I'm doing. And the only reason you know it's Celeste because she's the only cyber angel that wears that little crop top that she does. But as an ode to the Shatner, I will put a haunted Star Trek emblem on the shirt, at least. I got an idea. It's based on all of your ideas, but I got an idea. It's an idea based on your idea. So it's your fault if it doesn't work. So there you have it. A taco over her taco. It was too late to do it and make it work on the other one. So I squeezed it into here. She's holding a taco over her taco. Post Halloween. Let's see. Kevin says, Celeste, it figures they have me as the one covering my entire face. Just because I wear a veil doesn't mean I don't want to be seen now and then. Celeste is gone where no man has gone before, except for maybe George Takei. I squeezed some tacos. I know, I squeezed a taco. I hear it's okay if you do that. You're allowed to squeeze the taco. All right, we squeezed a lot of characters into this piece. I'll tell you that right now. I think this is done. I think this piece is good. I think we're laid out. Some person says, "I see the Voorhees mask was a painted over Kirk mask in the movie." Yeah. Zombie waffle. All right, I think this one is a done deal. What do you guys think? Now, we had a suggestion for a sexy Pocahontas as our second picture of the evening. Any more votes for the sexy Pocahontas? Let me look here for a second, make sure I got my Pocahontas art. There we go. There we get a little look at her face here. It'll be good. You know, because it is Halloween, it's post-Halloween, and it's leading into Thanksgiving. Pocahontas. I think that might actually fit the bill, fit our theme, or at least it's just agreeing with me right now. And plus, I do remember that you have mentioned Pocahontas on multiple episodes. So maybe it's time that we include Pocahontas into the mix. Let me grab another piece of paper here. All right, let me catch up with the chat a little bit before I get started. Yes, the zombie waffle. And yes, also it was a William Shatner mask. That was Jason's mask. It's crazy, right? I don't think anybody. I mean, it's not like they advertised it as that's what it was. It's something people just picked up on eventually. That's what it was. Let's see. Kevin says, "Who would vote against anything sexy?" Ken says, "I mean, in like sexy Pocahontas should be Malka, in my honest opinion." Some person says, "I assume you're basing it off of the Disney one, so an extra hot one." Yes, I will be basing it off of the Disney version of Pocahontas. Waffle, punk waffle. All right, let me set this off to the side. Keep you safe over here. Yeah, let's see what's happening with our pre-Thanksgiving. There we go. Got a good little reference here. All right, good. I got a general idea in my head based on just generally the mood that everybody has put me in. So I'm gonna see where this goes. Yeah, I like the I like the way her face. I like the way her face looks. Pocahontas is always it's a cool design, cool character design. Got a slightly concerned look on her face. I don't know what's happening here. Let's see. Kevin was saying, "Ken, you're biased." Isn't he, Courtney? Draw with all the colors of the wind, Bill. Some person says, "So, riding a giant turkey, huh?" Kevin says, "I picture this as Pocahontas on the ship back to England, her first trip by sea." And you know what that means. Blah. Poke the what is? Nobody better poke my Hontus. Make sure I get these little shapes right. So that way it looks like our girl. Don't want her getting mad at me. It's like, who'd you draw? It's not even me. Like, what did you do? Taking a little bit more time with the face this time, since we want it to look as much like her as we can. And since this isn't a let's fit the entire world into one picture. Kind of concentrating on more of a single character, like a normal piece. The other piece was that was just like, we're having a party, dude. Let's see how many things we could fit on one piece of paper. But that's what it deserved. It deserved a good send off. That was our post Halloween piece. So we love Halloween. So gotta give it something extra. All the colors of the wind indeed. Tighten this up a little bit here, and then we're going to find out what's going on, what's happening. Add our little touches to it. Almost here. Just wanted to finish this one part of the torso, one part of the rib cage here. That way I know where to go from this point. It's always about working with the amount of space that you have left over. And what the paper allows you to do. All right, we got a little start. We got a little start on here. We can give her some longer hair. All right, got a good start on that. There you go. Let me find the rest of this here. Okay, cool. All right, let me catch up with the chat, you guys. I don't get too far behind in the world. Kevin says, "Hoo-ha!" I said it like I was what's his face? You know who I'm talking about. I'm having a brain fart. De Niro? Is it De Niro? Hoo-ha! That guy. Night Phoenix says, Polka, I barely knew her. Some person says Pocahontas went to the doctor. Doctor asked, what are your living conditions? I live in a teepee and sometimes a wigwam. I see, you're too tense. All right, you get 2 points for that. I'm all for the dad jokes. I'm all for the dad jokes. Some person says she looks like she's enjoying something. She very well could be. Kevin says she's riding a dolphin. I got her a little bit more in my brain anyway. I got her a little bit more like in the woods. Maybe maybe on a rock. Maybe she's just posing, next to some trees. Not really sure. Taking this one step at a time, just kind of following what the paper is telling me and following what you guys are feedbacking to me. So this is good. But it might be a dolphin by the time we're done. Who knows? Some person says maybe she's shucking corn. She could be. She's a worker. She's got to make food and stuff. She'll get hungry. Some person says, are you eating some bread? I need some bread. Kevin says, ribbed corn. Now that's how she's supposed to do it. But maybe that's how we get sweet corn. Oh my God, thank you, Al Pacino. Yeah, I get a brain fart. My brain is 100% here and with you guys. So if I try to come up with pop culture out of the blue, that's not locked and loaded, it's gonna go off the rails. I can only multitask, but so much. Some person says, I see she's enjoying the quality of the trees. Courtney says, in a canoe? Maybe that's how the dolphin gets there, is because there's a canoe involved. It could very well be a canoe. All right, let's draw a little bit more of where she's at, and then we can figure out what she's doing. I have to correct that angle. All right, make sure she's got her traditional stuff going on. There we go. I'm always a big fan of the mid-drift, so maybe she's got a mid-drift on. hair over here. It looks like maybe there is some water involved. I think I got her what looks like maybe a little lake or a little stream or something over here. Got her dripping wet from maybe going swimming or something, I think is what's happening here. I think that's what's happening. I think that's the way everything leaned. So not a hilarious piece, but at least a pleasantly sexy piece. All right, let me catch up with you guys real quick. See where you guys are. Kevin says, I suspect there are splinters involved. and not the rat. No, actual splinters. No, I don't see any. She's not on a boat. I think she's on the shore there, on the shore of a lake or something. Something pleasant, something nice. Marie says maybe Pocahontas is getting her own cob of corn with that surprised face. Some person says, why is American beer like making love in a canoe? Because it's fucking close to water. I'll be here all night, folks. Courtney says she should have been holding 2 ears of corn, like shake weights, like doing her little woods workout. Kevin says, "Oh, is this what a sea breeze feels like? I feel it touching strange places." Grinding that corn. Gotta grind the corn, man. Watch your cornhole, man. Kevin says she's maze. Haha, amazing. Christopher says artwork looks awesome. Thank you, dude. Some person says it could be the wind. It could be something else. It could be Maybelline. I don't know if anybody remembers that ad. I could have just dated myself straight back to the 80s. Ken says since there's water there, they should be an actual fishnet on the shore just for Chet. I believe Chet is the one who did not want the fishnet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Elvira didn't register that we should put fishnets on Elvira. Although, sexy is sexy. But I always picture her with the sheer stuff. Sheer stuff. Well, I like the way this drawing is. I feel like if I add to it, it's just adding to it just to be adding to it. I think this is a nice piece. Right where it's at. No, I got it. I got you. All bueno in the hood. All right, so as far as I can tell, I think we got two pieces that are good to go. Even though technically we're finishing a little early, but I am pretty tired. But I do want to hang out with you guys for a few more minutes because we have a few more minutes to hang out. But I don't know, can I draw something in 15 minutes? Do you want me to just talk about the loot box for 15 minutes? Here, let me get a swig of water. No, it's one of those ASM whatever acronym videos where you can hear every little sound. No, that's bad. Don't listen to that sound. That was just me smacking my chops because I drank some water and it was delicious. Some person says, a Post-it? Would you like to draw on a Post-it? You know what we could do? One of the cards that we are putting into the loot boxes. Let's pencil a legit Vampirella card. We'll just do the pencils, but this is from an actual set. So there's an AP card from an actual Vampirella set. Sign it on the back. I'll do a quick sketch of Vampirella on the front, and whoever wins this piece, I will ink it and I will color it on the card. You'll get the original card. So that'll be a good. It'll be quick to pencil, and it'll be something nice when you get it in the mail, and I'll mail it to you in a top loader and the whole bit. So let's let me pull the camera in a little bit closer, and we'll draw. I think a Vampirella sketch to so that way you get a cool trading card instead of a Post-it. The Post-it notes, that's like copywritten. That's like Kat's thing, man. And she draws on Post-it notes, and man, it's like people collect those things. And I love Post-it notes, but I think a trading card today would be good. What do you guys think? Mr. Kevin says, time for a third one. Hey, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us, man. Jizz 23. Yeah. We did. Basically, we did a sexy Pocahontas. And then before that, we have the Cyber Angels as different horror characters. So we've got Evil Nera as Elvira. We got a nice little assortment there with Jason and Freddy. So now we're going to do a Vampirella sketch card. Some person says, draw some Post-it nonsense stream of consciousness. Water is essential. Thank you. I shouldn't have to justify water. Nervira. So, is that why a woman gets wet? Because she's essential too? She is essential. Women are essential. Oh, Malka as Vampy. That's a cool idea. Okay, that's a good idea. All right, I got to start this. That's a good idea. You said it, and now I see it. So if I see it right away like that, it's like I got to get it out of my brain. You know what I mean? Good idea, dude. And whoever wins this card, just know it's going to be the other pieces are going to be fully inked. But this card, the sketch card will be inked and colored. Yeah, Malka is Vampirella. Now we're talking. I like the way you think. Figuring out. I try to plan ahead how the hair is going to lay on everything. Maybe we'll give her maybe we'll give her dark cyber angel wings since she's Vampirella. I got quiet there. I got concentrating on all the little shapes and stuff. I'm just like, oh, it's like, oh, am I gonna give her cyber arms? Am I gonna have her going this way, going that way? I sort of have cyber angel themed sleeves on her arms. Make this dark over here, like her hair is back here. And then we're going to color these wings dark. The Vampirella's wings, you know, they look like bat wings, but we're going to make this more in line with Malka's wings. Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. That's gonna be cool to color in. Let's see. Kevin says, "I swear, it's a broken record tonight." Yeah, I'll shut up now. I like Post-its, especially pulling them off. That's the best thing. I do cover parts of my drawings with Post-its because it's fun to take off. Night Phoenix says that was quick. As Jason says, I thought I was all cool with my screen name. Clearly, I was mistaken, but it's funny. Kevin says, we got the gist of what your name means. we got the idea. Some person says, so you need something of your own: boxes, toilet paper, cupcakes, wrappers. Kevin says, I remember a few years back at Comic-Con, there were the Deadpool toilet seat covers. They all vanished in a day. Every bathroom cleaned out. It was really shitty advertising. Ken says, you're a real commodian. I know, I blow. Maurice says, you may have been quiet, but you were in the zone. I was in the zone. Sometimes I get in that little bubble, and it's just like, oh yeah, and I step out of the bubble. It's just like, oh yeah, this is where I was. Kevin says, end zone, zone of silence. No, the cone of silence. We're dating ourselves, but I loved Get Smart. Holy chimichanga. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see. I think the expression on her face, though. Let me change one little thing. Let me change one little thing on here. Just to change the expression just a little bit. Little minor thing, but it's just a little note to myself. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to ink up and color. And you know what? For the sake of not forgetting anything, I'm just going to make sure that that's signed on the back. It'll be signed on the front too. A lot of cards don't have a spot, like an artist block spot on the back, but this one happens to have it. So I want to make sure that that I don't leave that out. And then I'll get a top loader for it, one of those hard top loaders, so it stays safe in the mail. And that would be dope, dude. That'll be dope. Well, I think we did a good job tonight, man. I think we did all right. We've got our post-Halloween big splash special, especial, with all the Cyber Angels, with all the main Cyber Angels. Celeste even made her way in there. We got a sexy Pocahontas to kind of celebrate that maybe Thanksgiving is on the way. So we're very, very thematic here. And then we've got our Vampirella sketch card. It's actually Malka as Vampirella. So we've got 3 pieces for tonight. This is awesome. You guys gave me lots of good ideas. Lots of good ideas. So I'm going to write down the Halloween one first. And then, let me see. I'll put the Halloween up here first. Before we get anything started. But for the sake of people watching the video at a later date or at a later time, if you go to my webpage, we have our drop. We have our first drop. It's the 30-year loot box. They all come sealed in a package like this, and the box inside comes sealed and shrink wrapped. And what it contains is one. It only contains one card. It contains one original sketch card, which is really what the price of the whole thing is for. It contains one sketch card from different sets. So I've got different sets that I've worked on over the years, and I've got AP cards to these different sets. Look, I've got this Vampirella set here. I got Red Sonja. These are the ones that are going to be all in the boxes. They're all getting sealed up, and they're going to start shipping in 1 week, probably in a little bit less than a week. Orders are already starting to come in. It's available now on my website at www.billmousart.com. The boxes are lovingly misprinted because they say 100 boxes. There's only 50. There's only 50 of these boxes available. And on top of the fact that you get just the one full-colored original sketch card from the AP sets, the rest of the box is packed with other cards that we've done from other sets over the past 30 years, including, like, you might get Nira X's very first promo card that we ever did back in the 90s when we introduced her at San Diego Comic-Con. You might get, it's actually, there's a lot of pictures on my webpage. You can see everything that comes, that you might find inside the loot box. And then I've got some other little special surprises and goodies in there too. I try to over deliver, and I try to surprise you with some extra goodies in there. So that's what the loot box is all about. And I know you guys already know what it's about, the guys that are here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But for anybody watching the show later on, catch it in a replay or something like that, maybe they are not aware of the stuff that we're up to. So that's the reason I just wanted to kind of say that. And I'll go back and I'll include the link to my online store in the description of this video, so that way you can just go down there and click on the link. And thanks for listening to me this long. All right, we're gonna let this go for 5 minutes. We do something every week where we all come up with a sketch, and then we auction it off at the end of the show. So that's what we're doing right now. So I've got I gotta open up my little thing here. Okay, here's the auction thingy here. Basically, the only rule to the auction is that if you type in a number, just type in the word bid next to your number. So that way we know that it's a real bid. If you happen to win the piece is going to be fully inked when you receive it, and you'll just send a PayPal to my email address at billmousart@gmail.com, and I'll put that up on the screen in a bit. You just send me a PayPal, and just make sure in the notes of your PayPal you let me know that which piece you won. It just keeps me organized. Like for instance, this one is the Halloween piece. And include your mailing address so that way I can actually send it to you. And that's all there is to it. Let me catch up with the chat, and then we're going to get this thing started. And then I will give it 5 minutes for everybody to bid on it. But let me catch up with the chat real quick first. Kevin says, "Wow, you got the cone of silence comment. I never saw that. You never saw the show for real? Well, it's in pop culture. That's why you know. That's why you know. But yeah. I used to watch the show when I was a kid, dude. It was like he had his shoe turned into a phone, like a secret spy phone. It's like he had a bunch of there was gadgets. Like it's all gadgets, the whole show." Christy Ann says, "What size lead is that mechanical pencil? It looks cool." It's a regular size. It's like the regular 5mm size that you would get, like an office technical pencil. But this one was actually a gift. This is from our good friend Ken. He got this for me in Japan. Him and Courtney got this for me. Let's see, will it focus? Yeah, see that? It's snazzy, huh? So I got some better mechanical pencils in my collection now. Marie says, "Bill, have you ever thought about doing an origin story for the Nira X and gang?" I'm kind of in the middle of sort of doing that with the books that we have going out right now, but I really do want to do a bigger book that really goes through it, and so that's something that's coming. Some of the books actually, like if you pick up Ground Zero from Committed Comics, I don't have any myself in the studio here, but if you go to Committed Comics, that's my regular publisher, my regular direct market publisher. That one will tell you one of her origins, because she's had a couple different origins. Time travel is so messy, dude, that it's looped around and it's happened a couple of times, and it's kind of served me well over the years, because sometimes what happens is I end up drawing Nira for a different company or for a different publisher, so we kind of start things like a soft reboot, but I don't want to erase her old continuity. So she does have a couple different origins to kind of go through. So but yeah, it's like go to my webpage or go to committedcomics.com. And Ground Zero is the first book to pick up that kind of recaps some of the old stuff, and it gives you kind of like her most recent origin, where she comes from. Let's see, Maury says, or updated at least. Yes. Some person says, on a really thick card. Kevin says, "I'll buy that for $1." I'm going to write that down, Kevin. I'm going to write down because I respect that $1. You might get it for $1. You never know. Ken says, "I want my $2." Ken with $2. Where's my $2? Kevin says, "You can't handle the $3 bid." I'm putting it down for $3, just so you know. We're not even officially started yet, but I'll put it down. Christy Hen says $4. Thank you, Chris. I write it down as I go, so I don't have to scroll back and forth. All right. Maurice says, "Fine, $5. I'm putting you down as Mo. That's right. Mo for $5. Oh my gosh, Chris Dehan with $6. This is going to be a tight race for the Halloween blast. Some person says he missed it by that much. I love that show, dude. I love that show. Kevin says lucky number 7 bid. So Kevin says 7 because it's lucky. I accept that. I equals it. I can't go back. Kevin says, "I missed it by that much." There you go. Thank you. Courtney in the room with the boob bid, knocking everybody to the wall. That's what I'm talking about. I'm writing that down. I love that. That's our new tradition, by the way. Courtney initiated the boob bid, which is an official, actual bid. But of course, it's for $8 and 0.008 cents. All right, Christy Hand has knocked you to the wall with 9. It's a slow climb. It's a slow climb, but it's okay. I'll just say the timer has already started, and at 12:05, we won't go any longer than 12:05. I'm gonna write down 12:05 right now. since we unofficially already started. Okay, that's good. That's good. Some person says the new loot box, a brick or gravel from Bill's backyard. Yeah, but I signed it though. Paul says, I'm going to double digit up here. $10. Paul in the room with $10. That's cool, Paul. I respect your $10. Taking it up a notch, my friend. Kevin says, hey, Mo. Ken in the room with 16. Thanks, Ken. It's like watching a horse race. It's just like, which one? Yeah. Some person says, Mo, fine. Mo, fine. Mo, how you doing? Christy Hen says, going 17. Thanks. Maurice says, Courtney pulls out the big guns. Knocked to the wall with her boobs. Woohoo! Maurice says, I'm going in for 20. Thanks, dude. Paul in the room with 25. Awesome. Christiane says, blackjack, 21 bid. Ken says, dirty 30. Dirty 30 bid for Ken. Maurice says, let me get you a drink. The Flamin' Mo. Paul, oh my God, this could be a new tradition. The Baskin Robbins 31. Hell yeah. Damn, I want some ice cream now. 31 flavors, yo. Night Phoenix in the room with 35. Thanks, dude. Some person says an idea for later. Nira dressed as a corn cob. Think on it. That's pretty corny. All right, Chris Dehan in the room with 37. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Some person says, you win. All right, it's officially actually 12 now. So we're gonna go till to 12:05. This was our big piece of the evening. So I'll give it some breathing room. It's fine. But I tell you what, Chris Dehan is in the room now with 37. He's a big man on campus at the moment. You guys are awesome. I mean, it's got a Mohawk waffle in there. You gotta give it up. Maurice back in the room with 38. Thanks, dude. All right, now we're finally counting down. Less than 4 minutes to go. Christy Ann, looking fine at 39. Thanks, dude. Some person says if you show Kat that, she'll dress Waffle like that next Halloween. And you never know. It could be a thing. Night Phoenix in the room with 41. Thanks, dude. Maurice says, I'll go over the hill at 40. 40 is over the hill. Unfortunately, already beat by Night Phoenix with 41. Kevin says, I wanted to say she's so fine. Be my 40.9. All right, Night Phoenix has got this so far with 41. Let me sharpen my pencil here. There you go. Alrighty then. All right, got less than 3 minutes left to go. And then when I do the 10-second countdown, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out and go into the live chat along with you guys. So that way we're all in the same chat. I'll do a countdown. If it gets interrupted, then, of course, I'll stop and I'll just continue where we left off. When we get to the 3-second mark, if the bid gets interrupted at the 3-second mark, then we will start at the 3-second mark again. That's something I believe it was Ken. I think Ken suggested that we do that. So far, I think everybody has liked that rule, the 3-second rule, which is why we've kept it. And that'll be how we do the 10-second countdown. I'm watching the clock. Almost a minute left. Paul in the room with the Heinz 57. Hell yeah. I am loving these puns. All right, less than 1 minute to go. We're almost there. We're almost there, everybody. And then we shall bid on the other 2 pieces before we call it an evening. Kevin says, I can taste that bid. Maurice says that piece would be an interesting, not safe for Halloween at 60 bid. Maurice, are you bidding 60 for this piece? Because we can stretch it to be a not safe for work piece. It can be stretched to be a not safe for work piece to whoever wins the piece. So just so you know, the original can be leaned over a little bit, not safe for work. So it just depends on who wins the piece. Maurice, let me know if that is actually your bid 60. So I'm going to write it down right now, but let me know just to be sure. You did write bid next to your 60, so I'm assuming it's a serious bid. Kevin says, where's Chet? All right, time is up. I'm going to head on outside. I'm going to head on and hang out with you guys. I'm going to go out to the pop-out chat. Christiane says that would be scary good at not safe for Halloween. Hell yeah, it would be. All right, so Maurice currently the high bid in the room right now at 60. And we're going to start the 10-second countdown. And we'll circle that right there. Oop, I already got an interruption here. Let me find out real quick. Paul says, get my kicks on Route 66. You're awesome, dude. All right, Paul in the room with 66. That's awesome. Kevin in the room, I'll give you a good time with 69 bid. The infamous 69 from Kevin. Hell yeah. Ultimate tradition has been upheld. You guys are awesome. All right, starting the countdown now at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, we got an interruption at 4. I see that Maurice is in the room with 70. Thank you so much, dude. Let me see. I'll write that down right now so I know where you're at. What was that? Everyone wants a 69 with these ladies, enough to go around. All right, Maurice has got the largest bid happening right now in the room at 70, and continuing the countdown, we're actually at 3, so we're going to start at 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to mark it sold with the 000. And sold. I believe it is Maurice. Maurice, you are the one. Please, everybody, congratulate Maurice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great job, dude. I'm going to write your name on the back of this piece, and please, everybody, congratulate Maurice. That was a good dramatic build. And Maurice, please let me know. You can let me know right now in the chat if you want to, whether or not you want this piece to be a little bit more not safe for work, not safe for Halloween, or whether or not you want me to ink it as is. You can let me know that in the chat, or even when you send in your PayPal. It's totally cool either way. Kevin says congratulations, awesome, awesome. Paul says congrats, very cool. Christy Hen says congrats. Ken says wow, awesome. Marie says thanks. What a great piece this is. Very, very. I'm so looking forward to inking this, dude. This is going to be a super, super fun piece. There's a lot happening in that piece. Very, very, very cool, dude. You did excellent. I'm going to set this piece off to the side here. Make sure I keep it safe for you. Ken says, the question is not if you want the piece to be not safe for work. It's if you want the pizza to be not safe for work. Maurice says, I'm good with not safe for Halloween. Chris even liked that idea. Awesome, awesome. Very, very good. Let me write that on the back. So that way, not safe for Halloween. Awesome, awesome. I'll set this right here for you to keep that safe. Very cool. Thank you, Maurice. You're awesome, dude. Some person sharing the link to our secret Patreon club. This is where, and we will be updating our page a lot more often. I'm finally almost done with the Zen Bounty Wars issue that I've been working on, which is going to open up half of my whole week, finally, which is so awesome. So I can't wait to start posting. And actually, there was supposed to be posts last week, so thank you for your patience. There's going to be new posts this week from pieces that we have been working on here on the show that'll finally be in color, and they're going to be uploaded on the Patreon page. And you'll be able to, when you right click it, you click on it and then right click on it, you'll be able to download the highest version, the highest res version. Basically, it's the same res that I work on it in. So you'll be able to download a high res version and be able to collect those. That would be awesome. Thanks, guys. Paul says, don't forget the loot link. Absolutely. The loot link is at my webpage at billmossart.com. In fact, some person is sharing it right now. Thank you so much. You just go to my store link, or go to the link that says buy this right now, and you'll be able to get the 30-year loot box. And those are all going to start shipping in 1 week. All of the boxes are almost sealed, and once they're all sealed, they all get mixed up, and then we don't know who's going to get what. Maurice says, showing some love for all the mouse fans. Thank you, dude. You're awesome, man. Let's see, it's 12:11 right now. So at 12:16, we're going to call it for our sexy Pocahontas. So we're going to go ahead and let that be open for bidding if you guys would like to bid on this piece. And I'll keep the trading card here handy because that's our little bonus piece for the evening. Oh, my batteries are running out in this pencil sharpener. All proceeds go to batteries for the pencil sharpener. Very cool. Thanks again, some person. You're always sharing those links out, and that's super helpful. Super helpful for all of us on this side trying to draw some stuff and trying to share all of our stuff out. That really does help a lot. Thanks, dude. Paul says we should all come back and report what we got in the boxes. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I want you to post what you got for sure. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Kevin says, I will bid $1 big buck. All right, Kevin in the house with $1. There you go. Let me grab another pencil here. I respect your dollar, sir. There you go. There's the dollar. Oh, I just got your message, Maurice. Thank you, dude. Yep, perfect, dude. You're all set. Thank you so much, man. All right, Kevin has bid $1. Ken says I got a rock. I cannot. Well, maybe I will take the rock later. I don't know, really. Paul says I live in Colonial Heights, Virginia, where it's where Pocahontas is from. Dude, it's historically accurate to your area. We have to get this. Chris Dehan in the room with $3. Thanks, dude. Kevin says, "Hey, that's TMI. I want my jelly art in a box." Thank you, some person. That is Cat's current Kickstarter. Please do go out and support the famous Cat Mouse. I want her to have a good lunch. And a good lunch. Some person also says that this is where Cat's regular webpage is. Very, very cool. And her Instagram, excellent. And her YouTube channel. This is true. Thank you so much, dude. It's good to have all those links right there. People can find them real easy. Thanks, man. Paul says, Jack Bauer, 24 bid. That is awesome. I missed that. That first season of 24 was so dope, dude. The Jack Bauer bid, 24. Takes place in real time, like his auction. Chris Dehan in the room with 27. Thanks, dude. Some person says any true Cat fan will save those links. Indeed. Please follow some person's example. Please have the links. Support the art. Bring the art home. In a world. I don't have the voice for that right now. All right, Christy Hand is in the room with 27. Thanks, dude. "26 miles across the sea, Santa Catalina is waiting for me," bid. But you were already outbid by Chris Dehan with 27. But I do appreciate the post because you put that together good. That was good stuff. All right, Chris Dehan has got more weight. He's sitting there at 27 right now. Let's see, it's 12. Oh gosh, is it 12:16 already? Yeah, it's basically the 10-second countdown time already. We were joking around and we were talking about links and doing things. A lot of time passed by. All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then we're going to do the 10-second countdown. Paul in the room with 28 days later bid. Dude, you are rocking it. It's so awesome. Oh, Kevin says, I took too long to type. It's a song from the 50s and 60s. Christiane says, thirsty 30 bid. You're awesome. All right, 30 for Chris. All right, I'm jumping out into the chat now. We're going to start doing the 10-second countdown. We shall see what happens, my friends. We shall go from there. Already an interruption. Jackie Robinson, 44 bid. All right, Paul with 44 and starting the 10-second countdown right now with 9, 8, 7, 6, Cinco de Mayo, 4. All right, I've got one interruption here at the 4 mark. We got Chris Dehan in the room with 50. Thank you, dude. Awesome. Awesome. All right, that was 4, so let's continue on with 3. All right, we got an interruption from Paul. Paul in the room with Studio 54. Loving it. All right, Paul with 54. Chris Dehan back in the room with 56th. That's what happens. I try to keep on talking too fast. Chris Dehan in the room with 56. Thanks, bro. All right, jumping back out. We're going to start again at the 3 mark. 3, 2, 1. All right, marking it as 000 to mark it as sold and sold. All right, let me scroll up, make sure who it was that we got in here. Looks like it belongs to Chris Dehan, my friends. Chris Dehan with 56. Please congratulate Chris. We almost got the Heinz 57, but the Heinz 57 was used on the previous auction. Studio 54 was pretty good, though. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Kevin saying congrats. Paul saying congrats. Awesome, awesome. All right, Chris, this one belongs to you, my friend. I'll keep that safe right here. Wrote your name on the back. You can let me know if you want this one to be inked just the way that it is, which I think it's great just the way that it is. If you wanted it a little bit more not safe for work, that's totally cool too. You just let me know. You can let me know in the chat, or you can let me know when you send in your PayPal. It's totally cool, dude. Paul said congrats. Ken said congrats, man. Maurice said congrats. Awesome, awesome. Kevin says a 57 Chevy bid. Oh, too late. You typed too slow. Yeah, it belongs to Chris. But a 57 Chevy would have been good. It would have been good. Chris saying thanks. You guys are awesome. All right, I'm going to set this off to the side. Keep it safe for you, dude. We got one bonus piece for the evening. Let me bring this a little bit closer. There we go. And of course, this one is from Vampirella card set. Sign on the back. I'll sign it also on the front. But it's going to be inked and it's going to be in color when I finish it. So that's the way that's going to be. This is Malika the Cyber Angel as Vampirella. Pretty freaking cool idea. I like that. I like that we were able to fit that in tonight. Let's see, it's 12:20 right now, so at 12:25. Let me write this down here. This is Chris's bid, so he's good to go. Yeah, so 12:25, we're going to call this one and do a 10-second countdown. Let's see, Kevin says, I bid something big for something so small, 100 pennies. Okay, I still respect your bid, Kevin. So 100 pennies from Kevin. Chris Dehan in the room with $3. Thanks, dude. Paul with the awesome, the Eminem 8 Mile bid. Oh my God. You dudes are killing me in the best way. Oh my God. So awesome. I love the way your brain thinks, dude. Ken says $5 foot long bid. 8 Mile beat you, but I still had to read it all. $5 foot long is that's still awesome. But the Eminem 8 Mile bid is still winning for right now. Some person says, I remember when you started with a clean drawing pad this year. That's a lot of spray painting. Kevin says, Lord, I started something crazy, but I love to see how creative you guys are. True that. Christy Hand in the room with 9. Thanks, dude. And the game's afoot. Ken Zazer in the room with a Ben 10 bid. That works. That works. Ben 10. Paul in the room with the Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th bid. 13 for Paul. Thanks, dude. You guys are awesome. His knees are weak. His palms are sweaty. Something about spaghetti. Some person says, just some help. Remember the number of Luft balloons. Ah, thank you, some person. That's actually good help. That's good help. Kevin says, I'm surprised someone hasn't done Jordan 23 bid. Ah. Kevin in the room with 23. Thanks, dude. We got less than 2 minutes left to go. Dude, you're making this too fun. The time goes by fast. Paul in here, McDonald's quarter pounder 25 bid. Hell yeah. You're awesome, dude. Damn it, now I'm hungry. I want to go to McDonald's. Ken says 25 to life bid. Love it. I mean, it doesn't outbid Paul because Paul got it first, but it is funny. Jason says 49 times we were waiting for the bushes of love. I don't know what that's about, but it's okay. All right, Paul, currently the quarter pounder winner of the evening. Maurice says, I know it's late, but I'll add to the Johnny 5 bid. It's still worth reading. It's still worth reading. All right, I think our time is just about up. Kevin says it's okay to be in the bushes so long as it's not poisonous. That's right. The scratching would suck. All right, Paul is in a room with 25 right now. So I am going to go ahead and jump out and go. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Paul, leap year, April 29 bid. Paul with a 29. Thanks, bro. Ken says, 33 bid. Thanks, Ken. 33. All right, jumping on out into the chat to do the 10-second countdown. And here we go, my friends. We're going to start with 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, we got an interruption at 6. It is Paul with the 40-year-old virgin bid. Perfect, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Movie title gets it's like extra points. Ken in the room with 42. Thanks, dude. The answer is 42 to everything. That's right. I totally forgot about that. Kevin says, damn it, you read my mind, Ken. All right, continuing the countdown. Let's see, we left off at 6. Let's go with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking it sold at 000, and it looks like we're sold. Let me scroll up, make sure everything is good. It looks like the answer to everything is 42. Ken, the winner of this round. Thank you so much, dude. Please, everybody, congratulate Ken on that one. That's a good bit of bidding right there. Excellent. Let's take a look at our bounty for the evening. Let's put this up here. We got a lot of good stuff tonight. There we go. I'll put the card right here. Awesome, awesome, dude. Very cool. Please, everybody, congratulate Ken. Let me see. Let me get back into the chat here and get out of the live chat. Be over here, back where I got the thing over here. Kevin says 42 is a buffer overrun error, so the meaning is a mistake. Christy Hand says congrats. Awesome, awesome. Kevin says congrats to Ken. Very cool. Ken says thanks. Thank you, my good friend. Paul says congrats. Very, very awesome. Jason says there's something waiting in the bushes for us every day. I waited all day. Nathan says have a good night. Have a good night, Nathan. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Hope you join us again on Saturdays. As far as I know, we'll keep on doing this. We like to have fun on Saturday nights. You have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my friend. Seagulls, stop it now. Paul says, I love when we get the bonus third item. I lost, but it's still fun. Yeah, I like it when we do have enough time to actually throw in like an extra goodie. And every once in a while, I think I might bring in an extra third goodie. It might not be like if we don't have time for a third sketch, I might have like a cool extra thing, just like a print run from a book, or maybe something from the printer from the old days. You know, sometimes I got like those 4-color separation things that you don't really see anywhere anymore. Maybe something like that. It's nice to have a little extra bonus thing. Night Phoenix, what's up, guys? What's up? I said that with confidence, by the way. He said, "Take care, guys. Have a good night, Night Phoenix. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude. We'll see you again next time, my friend." Kevin says, "Yeah, stop it, seagulls. You're shitting all over that dirty tree." Chris Dehan says, "Next week starts the Christmas themes. Quite possibly. I think we're getting close enough. I mean, I sort of like." I kind of group Thanksgiving into just so I just kind of go into Christmas mode at that point. I only use Thanksgiving as a way to get free food from people's houses. Don't be a turkey. Every mouse night is Halloween. My stick is better than bacon. Man, well, thanks everybody. Let me turn this banner off. We don't need this banner up here anymore. All right, awesome. Courtney says garland tentacles. See, now you're speaking my language. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some fun. I think we'll have some good holiday crazy fun with some of the artwork that we will think up with tomorrow. Same mouse time, same mouse channel. Yes. Some person says, we try All Saints Day, but it's hard making them sexy. Already coming up with ideas for the Christmas stuff. We got a naughty elf. Well, again, thanks so much, guys. This was fun. It's 12:30. I think I'm going to go and grab a snack. Somebody mentioned about a quarter pounder. Somebody mentioned some McDonald's before, and I'm just like, damn, do I need McDonald's? Do I need McDonald's right now? I think I might. Not really sure, but I think I might. But anyways, this was great. Always have fun hanging out with you guys, and we'll do it again. Hopefully, well, actually, you know what? Let me look at the calendar and make sure. Yeah, should be fine. Everything should be fine next week. If anything ever changes, I'll post about it on my Facebook page, or I'll post a video right here on the old YouTubes. Let me check the chat just one more time, and we're going to call it a night. Nero with just a Christmas bow. Always a good idea. I'm looking forward to Boxing Day. Boxing up Nero. Some person says maybe, or a 30 of white. Oh, you know, I don't have I don't have a White Castle close to me anymore. I used to, but I do have a McDonald's. So maybe that's what I'll be doing. So, anyways, thanks again. I will see you guys. I will see you guys next week, and maybe there'll be some videos throughout the week. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks so much for supporting the art, and sharing the links and making things happen. All right, man. See you guys later. Have a good one.
Good night, Seattle.